My name is Missy Gries, and I am the founder and owner of Public Concept. Public was established in 2012 when this building that we're sitting in on West Temple and 975 South went under an almost year-and-a-half remodel, renovation, gutted an entire 12,000 square feet, which is the headquarters for our coffee roastery. We have an event venue and meeting rooms, and then a coffee house also on site. And then about 4 years later, we opened the Avenues Public Coffee, which is on 3rd Avenue and G Street, and then about 30 days later, Public Kitchen, the restaurant on 9th and 9th. Public Eds came kind of out of nowhere when the old Big Ed's, which is an institution for the University of Utah, closed, and the landlord approached us, so we opened that in 2018. And that is a coffee house with burgers and beer and more of a full menu, similar to our restaurant on 9th and 9th. I think the biggest challenge in building this business, or any business really, is creating a culture, and that starts with your employees. I've been so lucky in that hiring the right people, hiring people that are smarter than I am, hiring people that are better at their job than I am, have then kind of created a family, and very often we will hire someone that is referred by one of our current employees. But I do think building the culture is the hardest challenge. I love how much ownership my people have taken, and I just love them as humans. We have a really, really diverse population of employees. We really do have someone from every walk of life and every corner. And it's awesome to see Salt Lake growing that way also. Our customer base has changed too. And it's very representative of the changes in this city. I think my motivation to build community and to be a part of the community just comes from, it's really my obligation. I mean, if I am walking in my own shoes and my privilege, I have a lot of resources, I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of business contacts, and if somebody needs any of those things or those people, I would want them to have them so that they can build their own lives and their own businesses. But I do love engaging in that way and connecting people, because good things always come from it. If you can meet someone or introduce two people that need to know each other so that they're building a better community for all of us, then why wouldn't we do that? So Spy Hop Productions began in 1999, so 23 years ago, and it was started by two gentlemen that handed 12 kids a Sony handheld camera, and they made some movies that summer. So I am a member of the board of directors for Spy Hop now, having previously served as board chair and having previously served as the co-chair of the Capital Campaign Committee, which is what we established in order to build our brand new beautiful building. It is now grown into programming for 9 to 19-year-olds. We have a brand new 22,000 square foot building in the Central 9th District. All of the programs are free. We do film, audio, music, and design, and it's all digital media arts. There's a record label, there are podcasts. We have a program with incarcerated youth that create podcasts that are then sent out through the airwaves. There's a radio show on KRCL, but we serve kids not just in Salt Lake City, but now across the state with some of the mobile programming. And it's one of the most important things I think I've done in Salt Lake. Spyhop.org is the website. Everything is listed there. They have multiple mentors, and all of the different programs are completely well staffed by younger people in each industry. They are full-time employees, and the organization has this beautiful building, a state-of-the-art facility that it also has become a community center. But we serve kids not just in Salt Lake City, but now across the state with some of the mobile programming. Everything is free, and all you have to do is go to spyhop.org and inquire there. And it's one of the most important things I think I've done. I joined the Junior League in 1997 when I moved to Utah. It was the best way to connect with the community and meet other women. I became president in 2006, which was quite a volunteer position of managing 600 women and multiple community projects, and also making some of the best friends that I have in this city and this county. But we have been doing programs for women and children since 1931, and currently we have our Care Fair, which is a free medical fair over 2 days in the month of July at Horizonte. It is free for anyone to walk in the door. You do not need medical insurance. You can bring your family. We provide immunizations for children going back to school. We provide car seats and bike helmets for families who do not have those for their families. And we also provide extensive medical care. So everything is free. It is women's services, it is diabetes analysis, it is high blood pressure analysis. They do mammography. And with the University of Utah as our partner, we're able to provide these services with actual physicians and nurse staff. One of the other things that the Junior League of Salt Lake City does for the community is called Women Helping Women. And what it is a clothing closet that is housed in our building on 3rd South and 526 East. Sizes and different levels of workforce clothing depending on where a person might be returning to work. We service women returning back to the workforce who are coming out of an unhoused situation, or perhaps they have been out of work and need clothing in order to go to job interviews or go back to the workforce. And the clothing donations are just given by the community, mostly individuals, but sometimes we have department stores that will give us their overruns or things that haven't sold. And then women are referred by an agency within Department of Workforce Services or another nonprofit in the city, whereby they can go down on Saturdays and receive up to 7 outfits. And they receive new undergarments, brand new, which we purchase. And then most of the clothing is gently used or has been donated new by department stores. So you can learn more about the Junior League by going to jlslc.org, and that's the website that has all the information on how to become a service provider or to become a client or to access information on the Care Fair in case you'd like to take your family and receive services. I feel like living in Utah right now, we all really need to pay attention. We have a lot of issues. We have air quality issues in the Wasatch Front. We have an unsheltered and unhoused issue right now that is so complicated because of the different entities that are involved, whether it's Salt Lake City or Midvale or Salt Lake County or the state. People coming together to try to solve this problem seems to be really challenging. I think that our state in particular is about to address a huge issue with women's reproductive rights. My fear is that we're not going to be able to come together. I feel like we're so polarized and we're so divided right now that I'm really hopeful that some of our new elected officials can bring some centering, because we do have so many issues. I mean, the Great Salt Lake and the discussions about that, and our water issues and the drought, the way that rural Utah works together with metropolitan areas. I think we all just really need to pay attention and call on our elected officials to make sure that they're doing their very best on our behalf. To the residents of Utah nonprofit housing, I would say to you, use your resources. Salt Lake City and Salt Lake County are full of resources. And just know that there's a community here to support you, and these resources are available to you. Please reach out for your families to SpyHop. If you're a woman, please reach out to the Junior League. Connect there. Connect with other women that are in your residence and become part of this community, and the community will lift you up.